Hello. I'm starting this a little bit early, trying to get uh, this going on my desktop as well. I mean, on my laptop as well. Okay, trying to get it minimized, but it wants to fight with me. All right, so thanks for coming to another episode of Child Abuse Awareness with Darlene J. Clark. Here, I finally got it out. Got it where it's showing on my phone so that I can respond if anybody says anything. It's not going to show me the comments that people are writing like at Facebook, but if you come into my YouTube channel, then it will show it. Child abuse awareness, be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. I say thanks for coming. I need to get the information out there. Wanted Tennessee sex offenders, please share. Say fathers, do not embitter your children or they will become discouraged. That is so true. Hello there. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Under the copyright disclaimer, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And make sure to have this other thing scrolling at the bottom. If you suspect someone you know is involved in human trafficking, you can call the national hotline. I'm going to keep that scrolling for the next thing that I'll have again. Now, let me show you about these wanted pedophiles, predators. One of them's a kidnapper as well, but they just got kidnapping on her, and the rest of them seem like they're sex offenders. But we'll go over it and make sure what it's all about. It says right here, help us find these wanted violators. Tennessee Bureau of Investigation seeks information about the sex offenders listed below who are in violation of the state sex offender registry law. First culprit here is Keith Christopher Lewis. His last known whereabouts is Chattanooga, Tennessee. Aliases is Waller, Leonard Steve Waller. So look, he's using a different ID. He's a sexual absconder, which means they don't know where he's at. The date of offense was November 11th, 2005. Statutory rape committed between November 1st, 1989 and January 1st, 2006. His primary address was in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And in 2020, contempt of court. There's a lot of things. He even does drugs right here. See, methamphetamines and stuff. He got all that stuff on there too. Violation of sex offender registry and all that. A lot of contempt of courts here. So evidently he has child support too, and he's on the run about that. It's non-support contempt of court. So that's what this guy is. That's how he looks right there. Y'all see him? He goes by Keith Christopher Lewis or Leonard Steve Waller. which he could be also go by another alias that we don't know. Favorite here is Derek Leon Williams. Last known whereabouts, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Offenses, sexual battery. He's an offender against children. See that? Offender against children. Last known whereabouts, Chattanooga, Tennessee. The classification status, sexual against children, and he's an absconder. The date of the offense was March the 4th, 1994, sexual battery. There's the TCA code. We go back over it so that y'all can see it a little better. People might wonder what the TCA code is. That's sexual battery is unlawful sexual contact with the victim by the defendant or the defendant by a victim accompanied by any of the following circumstances. Force or coercion is used to accomplish the act. The sexual contact is accomplished without the consent of the victim and the defendant knows or has reason to know at the time of the contact that the victim did not consent. 3. The defendant knows or has reason to know that the victim is mentally defective, mentally incapacitated, or physically helpless. Or the sexual contact is accomplished by fraud. As used in this section, coercion means the threat of kidnapping, extortion, force, or violence to be performed. Ah, I didn't want to look for something like that. It started recording me on guess it started recording me doing that. I guess you heard Siri. Sorry about that. I'm gonna restart my phone right there. Maybe it will get better. All right. It's just like means the threat of kidnapping, extortion, force of violence to be performed immediately or in the future. C. For purposes of this section, a victim is incapable of consent. If the sexual consent with the victim occurs during the course of a consultation, examination, ongoing treatment, therapy, or other provision of professional services described in subdivision C2. And number 2, the defendant, whether licensed by the state or not, is a member of the clergy, healthcare professional, or alcohol and drug abuse counselor who is treating the victim for a mental, emotional, or physical condition. And D, a sexual battery is a class A felony. So that's what that kind of meant right there. All right. His last known crime is that he did vandalism, malicious mischief, open container law, driving on revoked license, financial responsibility, all that stuff. There's got a big caseload of that. But his main thing is sexual against children. I'll try to restart my phone now. Hopefully it would be right. The next one is Robert Michael Boyd. Robert Michael Boyd. Last known whereabouts, Ashland City, Tennessee. Aliases, Michael M. Boyd. Huh? Michael M. Boyd? Wow. Then Robert Boyd. Wow. The offenses is a Pennsylvania offense, statutory sexual assault. Last known whereabouts, like I said, is Ashland City, Tennessee. Look at all his aliases up here, y'all. That is somebody really running for the law there. Michael M. Boyd, Robert Boyd, Robert M. Boyd, Robert Michaelo Boyd. So his primary address was in Lewisburg. Okay, there's all his stuff right here. Oh wow, he was also domestic abuse too. Look at all them as aggravation. People's in danger of being around him. Oh man, hope they catch him too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to log back into my phone so that I can get see comments on my YouTube. I'm sorry about all the delays that I'm having. All right, here we go. Thank you, Jackie. You're a good girl. Thank you, good friend. Then there's Beatty, D-I. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dia, Beatty, Dia. Last known whereabouts, Memphis, Tennessee. This is aggravated statutory rape. There's his aliases here. Dia, Beatty, Baldy, Dia. Sexual, aggravated statutory rape. And that was in Memphis where his last known residence was, but he's on the run also. Wow, possible possession, sale of counterfeit, criminal assimilation to wit, and speeding. Boy, bald, height is 5'5". Last time he registered was 2015. So boy, he is running, isn't he? Yeah, it is good having the face to the names here, isn't it? I came in here and I said, wow, these people are evading the law of being caught. Offenders. Here's another perp against children that's on the run. Amphone. Villasis. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but I would say Amphone Villasis. Last known whereabouts, Antioch, Tennessee. Criminal attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery, and that's against a child. Okay. Look at all those different names. I won't try to pronounce all that again. Look at how his spelling of his name says. He even put Smith in it sometimes. See? For Smith. And put a U there some of the time. Wow. Violent against children. We can't be having people running around like that, y'all. His last known vehicles, he had a 2013 Great Nissan Frontier pickup, and then he had a blue Toyota Celica sedan two-door. He also did an assault bodily injury in 1996. He's short, man. He's 5'2". Got tattoo on his back, a tattoo on his arm, left tattoo. I mean, on his arm around the left. He's got a tattoo on his chest too. Last date information updated was 4 years ago, 2019. Horrible. Sorry, piece of crap. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss or anything, call them sorry piece of crap what they are. So this is Gerardo, I'm trying to say it right. Gerardo Fidelio Aguilar. Last known whereabouts, Smyrna, Tennessee. statutory rape. Here's a picture of this culprit right here. There was somebody I wrote to before that had that name of Sigillo, so that's why I pronounce it that way. Look at all his aliases right here, yo. He don't go too far out of the water with his name though. Classification: sexual abuse misconduct, statutory rape in 2004. His last employee primary address was in Smyrna, Tennessee, and he worked in Nashville and Davidson County. And in 2007, he had failure to appear, and he's 5'2" as well. He has a tattoo on his right arm. He has not registered 2007, 12 years ago. That's pretty scary, y'all. They don't know any of their whereabouts. There's another offender against children. Vince Edward Wilson, last known whereabouts, Nashville, Tennessee. Vince, rape. Rape of a child. All right. Last known whereabouts, Nashville, Tennessee. Look at his aliases. Benny Edward Wilson, Vince Edward Wilson, Vince E. Wilson, and Vince Edward Wilson. Okay. Violence against children. This was in 1984 that he raped a child. 2011 is the last time. What? Do you see that there's sex offender registration violation, second offense in 2011, failure to be booked, and probation violation felony. They still on the run, y'all. Culprit right here. Raped a child, so there's probably other victims out there. They don't know where he's at. Don't see any of these people. Need to turn their butts in. Don't be afraid to. Then there's Alan Ben Carter. Notice with a D right there, Carter. Last known whereabouts, Midway, Tennessee. Offenses: attempted sexual battery. And that was in 1990. He was living in Greene County, uh, driving, look at all that, public intoxication, all that. He's 5'8", got blue eyes, weighs about 110 back then, but he could weigh a lot more now. Well, you get justice if somebody didn't already serve you justice. Maybe some of these already got the other kind of justice out there, you know? I shouldn't say that. I would rather that happen than, some more kids and all get hurt, more people. Rico Levante Bell, last known whereabouts, Nashville, Tennessee, attempt to commit sexual battery. Here we go. This is in 2008. Primary address is homeless. Sex offender registration violation on the first. He trespassed in 2008 too. Just wrists. Okay. Let's see what else we got down here. Wow! Did y'all see that long list? Look at all this. Look at his criminal history. Oh man, disorderly conduct, assault, bodily harm, a lot of that. Wow, that's a dangerous guy right there. What's that? Assault, simple assault. Okay. It says that he is 5'11", brown eyes, black, weighs 190. But of course, last registration date was 2008, 15 years ago. Yeah, they're out there offending. Some of the people what's missing today, we don't know if some of these could be the people that's done these things to some of these kids and stuff as well. Charles Edward Stevens, last known whereabouts, Nashville, Tennessee. Criminal attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery. All right, there he is right there. He does look violent. Aliases: Charles Tito Stevens, Johnny Leon Cox, Edward Leon Estes. Y'all need to really pay attention to this guy. Look at the different names. Man, Charles Tito Stevens, Johnny Leon Cox. Wow. Edward Leon Estes, Charles Edward Stevens, and Leon Estes. Leon Edward Estes, sorry, excuse me. He's a violent criminal. Gunner. Criminal attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery. 94. Boy, 2005, boy, he's an alcoholic. Public intoxication. Ooh, right here's where I think I just seen false restriction. That's so many times. He's 5'3". Back then he was 115 pounds. Boy, the wind could blow him around. Last registration date when well, it was updated 4 years ago in 2020. There's a phone number to contact if you see any of these people or know any of these people. There's a number to contact it. 188-837-4170. There's an email address. tvisormgr@tbi.tn.gov. Y'all need to keep that in your records and stuff like that, so in case you run into them, anyone, especially if you're in Tennessee. Heck, you might even find somebody from another there. Another offender against children, y'all. Donald Lieberman Beeson. Last known whereabouts, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The Shivas acts for the child. For some reason, I keep looking like you look familiar, dude. You look familiar. And then I said, of course, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee is probably not all that far. But his last known, his offense was 1990. He lived in Lawrence County. Okay. Violation sex offender registry, so he is on the run. 5'9". Okay, here's some things he got. He's got a tattoos on his ankle, on his left ankle, tattoo on his left arm, tattoo on his forearm, on his left forearm, tattoo on his right arm, tattoo on his right hand, tattoo on his right wrist. He's got scar marks on his forearm, on his right forearm. Okay. So the last time the date updated was 2 years ago. And so 2 years ago, he was actually Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, but he's homeless. You didn't do these acts, you might not be homeless. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that do not want a sex offender living in their house, their dwelling. So here is another one, offender against children, LaShawn Martine White. Last known whereabouts, Ripley, Tennessee. Criminal attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery. Okay, here's where you can't see much on that picture. It's so dark. You know, it's not. Let me try to get it bigger when we can see it better. I don't know if that's any better. Okay, now I get it smaller. Look at his aliases. Swan Martine White, the son NMN White. Okay, M. LaShawn M. White, the son Nunn White. Violent against children, criminal attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery, sex predator dude, violent behavioral contract, rape of a child, that's 2007. He was 5'10", brown eyes, black driver's license, which he hasn't registered. It was updated. Wait. He was updated 3 days ago. State information updated 3 days ago. What's the problem? Problem here. Are you on a run again? Is he on the run again or something? When it was updated 3 days ago. What's the deal? Did they not arrest him when it was updated 3 days ago? Excuse me? Last date information updated. See, 3 days ago. See? Registered Agency District 61, Dresden, wherever that's at. Wow. Wow. Why haven't you arrested him if it's been updated? You know, the time that he stayed on the run. Why wasn't he arrested? It is usually highlighted the part that it's updated. Yeah. Here's Cole Stephen Pearson, Gallatin, Tennessee. That's rape. He looks so young, does he not? He looks like a little kid. Cole S. Pearson. Okay. His last, when he did the rape, was in 2013. Gallatin, Tennessee. He drove a Mercury Cougar. Criminal history. That says he's 5'11". Got a tattoo on his back. Tattoo on the left upper arm. Okay, last date information updated was 2021. This is sickening, y'all. All these people that's getting away. Now this one, go to her. This right here is Alexander Deborah Lynn Alexander. She was from let's know whereabouts, Bristol, Tennessee. Her alias is Deborah Lynn Briggs. Deborah Lynn Briggs. What's the difference between the two? Yeah, it looks the same name. there's Briggs and then there's Alexander at the top. Does she go by Briggs or Alexander? Violent. He was arrested for kidnapping in Bristol. Excuse me. 5'8". 3 years ago, her information was updated. Okay, she was kidnapping in the first degree. Dangerous person there. She kidnapped. But it's also got it down where she is listed with the sex offenders too. So it makes you wonder that since sex offenders registry law, that's where she's classified under. See, look at there, she's classified under it. So that's all the updated. And another time, I'll go over this little section here. It's where welcome to the new Tennessee Sex Offender Registry, and then there's FBI Kid Safety Tips, FBI Crimes Against Children Program, um, the US DOJ through is the National Sex Offender Registry. Then there's US DOJ Safety Tips for Parents and Children. Then there's NCMEC Net Smarts. Then there's Tennessee Missing Individuals. I think if we went to go to Tennessee's Missing Individuals, that would take a day in itself as well. I have to go over a little bit at a time. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming. And I wanted to get this out there. My next one is going to be at, get that one off the screen. It's going to be at around 2 o'clock. And it's going to be on Tennessee counties continue fighting human trafficking. Okay. Lots of love to you. Thank you so much, girl. God bless you.